So I just got out of work and these past few weeks, I'm not gonna lie, the amount of like new things I've been able to memorize has been pretty low because I've been working just a lot more in general. And this isn't to say you can't work and make progress on your Hifdh because you definitely can. You'd be surprised a lot of people who memorize the entire Quran, not in maybe what we would expect, not in some like crazy, school or some intense school where they were out in the desert memorizing page by page. But a lot of them were in the same routine maybe me and you are in, right? Not that much different. It really just comes down to your time management and your discipline. One thing that I kind of learned while in this like little predicament is that at the same time, even it might be a little difficult, right? To memorize this. It's still like such a blessing to even get the chance because man, I see people out there working and stuff. I see, how it affects them, but they don't have any kind of thing maybe to look forward to, right? There's a lot of people maybe they don't have goals like that, or not just that, but they don't have a lot of times the days might just be fading in because there's no reminder, right? Where when you're memorizing, this is like one of the biggest benefits of memorizing that a lot of people don't realize that you have like a constant reminder. When you look back on a time you may have been in, say like high school, college, whatever, you just have like a few distinct memories because most of the time the days kind of blurred in with each other. And this is how a lot of people, how a lot of people, especially in the West, are living, right? The days are just blurring each other. There's nothing really unique. The only time where I haven't felt this, I swear to God, is like when you're on this Hifz journey. And the reason being is because every day you remind yourself of something that is like not just something small, it's something huge, right? You might come across a verse or maybe even a story in the Quran that you're memorizing or you're reviewing, and it really just changes your entire day. SubhanAllah, it actually sometimes it might make you like emotional, it might do some crazy. It's just so powerful that day is not just a normal day. It's something that sticks with you. It's like powerful, right? Or you don't feel that day was wasted. A lot of times if you just go about your little routine, yada yada yada, you go to your work, you make some money, go to school, do whatever. At the end of the day, you about to fall asleep. You're like, yeah, it's cool, but it's just another day. Nothing really crazy happened. Whereas something you'd be surprised, something as simple as just memorizing for 40 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, or just revising a little bit can have a huge effect on your day. And so even though it might be difficult, this alone is a huge blessing. This is why even in the Quran it says, هَذَا بَصَائِرُ لِلنَّاسِ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةٌ. Right? This is like literally a mercy. This is a guidance. And when especially when you're younger, you're like, how? You don't really understand it. But it's not until, I kind of just started working, like recently. So I see like the routine, the schedules that a lot of people are in. And I'm like, man, now I kind of get it. Because without this, man, it's probably a lot of people will just be wandering. A lot of people will be lost. Every day is just copy and paste, copy and paste. So, as much as sometimes I'm like, man, I'm not making progress with my memorization. Maybe, sometimes you even get the thought, man, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should just complete the juz and just stop and just start and just retain what I've memorized. I don't even want to keep going that much. You get I definitely get some of these thoughts, every now and then when it gets difficult. But at the same time, even sometimes when occasionally you'll taste like extra sweetness of what you're memorizing. You're like, man, this is not in vain at all. You're not memorizing like pointlessly, right? This isn't like a goal where you just get it and, there's a lot of goals where you just get them. And at the end of the day, you don't really, after 1 week, 2 weeks, you don't really care. This is something though that once you do it, it generally changes your life, right? And that's coming from someone who isn't even complete with it. Just by imagine the feeling when you actually complete it entirely. That's crazy. But yeah, it's just that's something that came to mind. While in that hustle culture. So, even though people a lot of times who are in that kind of routine where maybe you're working and going to school, those are a lot of times people saying, oh, I can't memorize. But subhanAllah, in fact, those are the people who might need to memorize the most. Because otherwise you'll just get really, man, you can really just get easily lost. And subhanAllah, as I'm saying this, even the verse popped back into my head where it talks about this. Whereas, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. So whoever turns away from this remembrance will 100%, for sure, they'll just live a depressing life. And I swear, the more, you might not feel that right now or something, but the more you expose yourself, the more you just kind of develop as a person, you'll start seeing it. You'll see, oh man, this is really, this is really a mercy. This Quran is really like for real, it's a mercy because there's not that many things that can remind you, that can really inspire you to be better, to change your life, or to like, I can't even really put a finger on it, but there's a feeling that it gives you that day was not a waste, or like that. It's a different level of inspiration, a different level of like a reminder. So inshallah, that was a benefit. Inshallah, that made you take this memorization a little more seriously. And feel free to join our free community. If you want to revise Fulan, strengthen your Fulan, or develop your actual Hifz program, along with like more than 150 people as well right now. Inshallah, those benefits. Assalamu alaikum.